on YouTube on the Sohigho channel.
Yep, I'm going live now. What's up with you, YouTube? Shout out. Waiting on Facebook to come on live. It's the Sohigho gas station. Waiting on my man EP to get up in here. Got my man Nelly Nail on the phone, chopping it up with him. Shout out to the whole Kent crew, man. I'm gonna hang up on my man and get to you. And all right, welcome to the Sohigho Gas Company. We here at the Voice of Radio studio. We kick it live here on every Tuesday. As usual, we be a little bit late. My man EP is coming off of the golf course, and we are getting to our show. So here on the Sohigho Cannabis Show, we like to talk about cultivation information and the legalization of the cannabis plant here in Ohio, man. Definitely like to give a shout out to my man EP and the Voice of Radio crew over here, man. There's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on in this world and in the law, and they really are trying to attack the cannabis users from a couple different. Really, the cannabis users is getting abused, and that is a shame that we, as the consumers of the product and the retail dragon of this engine. So that's what I want us all to remember here in the cannabis culture over 21 that's doing the right things. We have the power of the purse here. We get to buy the stuff we want. This market is not going to dictate to us what we want to have. We dictate to the market. It's always going to be the best product that always sells. So when these people are attacking all kinds of our rights as consumers, after the federal government lowered medical marijuana down to a Schedule 3, which makes no freaking sense. And recreational is still looked at as like a Schedule 1, like cocaine or crack or fentanyl or shit like that. Like, it makes no damn sense why it would be like that, but we have to just keep fighting back for our rights. You know, it's been a lot about voting. I don't know how you feel about that, but I always vote for local politicians, especially for who I want to vote for. Hold on one second. This is EP over here. What up, EP?
I gotta get some air in my tire right quick, man.
All right, I started on other two already. So go ahead. I'll be waiting on you.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, EP got to get his air tire. So a little bit more about the voting rights here in Ohio and the SB 56 bill. The other parts of that SB 56 bill that's not good for us here in Ohio is the fact that right now, if an employer wants to give you a urinalysis test or a hair follicle test and you've been smoking weed, even if you are not actively high, they can fire you for that. It's just another system control. Right now, I don't think it's that big a deal. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's that big a deal. Nobody want to work no Mickey Mouse job anyway. So here in Ohio, you got to be careful. If you need to put the urine in your locker, it's really if you at your job and you're not doing a good job and you about to get fired, you need to go ahead and keep some pee or get some urine for you to pass a urinalysis test. Here's the rule of your employer can't look at you while you are taking a urinalysis. That's just the law. The only people could look at you while you taking a urinalysis will absolutely be the police or any law enforcement, and it's a legal situation, probation. They could look at you. But if you are at an employer and they are writing you up and trying to fire you for smoking weed, just cheat. Just use the P. It is still true, since that's back on the law. It take about 7 days for most active user to quit and clear out your system. Now, the masking agents that you could drink, the detoxes, it will flush you out, but it takes so many minerals and real stuff out your system to wash the THC out, or really mask the THC, that they will give you a false test right now and come back and make you retest it. So if you think you're going to get busted for losing a good job for smoking weed. I would say take the detox. Try to get that 7-day window. It is true about drinking water and drinking it out and diluting it a lot, but you definitely want to get back to those things and watch your law. Usually if they're going to do that to you, it used to be because of insurance. But now if they're going to fire you from your job for smoking weed for just a piss test, cheat on the damn piss test. I am not kidding you. Get some fake pee, get your kid to do it, and remember to get it up to room temperature. Always never give them your first pee. If they bust you in the morning, just act like you can't pee and go in there and let your first urine go. That first one is loaded. After you wake up in the morning, that thing is loaded with everything you got. Get rid of that one first, and then that next one, if you start drinking water, that'll at least get the levels down a little bit. But if you had a job that's like that, maybe you should consider not working for those people, because it really is an infringement on your rights as an American citizen. Like I said, the federal government has made medical marijuana by executive order by Donald Trump as a Schedule 3, which makes no sense for the average consumer. If you have a medical card, you don't need any permission to go buy no weed. That weed is legal to possess almost all the states here. If you have a medical card, because if a doctor prescribes you medicine and a state say you can't use medicine, I just don't think that's even legal in the United States and in the world. Like, you gotta die but with today's time and age, the way all that it is kind of goofy out here. I'm not even gonna hold you. It is a trip the way these politicians is just trying to throw back some crazy shit, but it ain't like nobody pay attention to them dudes anyway. Until I don't even need to get into that, but it's not like that. SB 56, also, you got to watch out. I've been seeing a lot of people get pulled over. Don't forget, here in Ohio, that will be a secondary ticket if you got that open weed container in your car in the front seat. It's really the only I looked up the law, and they only said it's a $150 misdemeanor ticket. It hasn't rose to a felony. And here, if you are in Cuyahoga County, I don't know what your county rules are, but it's decriminalized up here, and it's still on the county books that it's kind of decriminalized if you get caught in Cuyahoga County. But that's not to say that the state can't pick you up but that's a state misdemeanor charge for having possession. You doing some other stuff if they looking at you like that for marijuana, and they going to take you all the way to the court. You probably just to the left of some politics or something like that. So lives change. The little Monroe Highway, you got to be careful. As soon as you come back across that state lines with another bag of weed, they consider it contraband. I don't know why. I guess because they really don't have a leg to stand on here in Ohio. Just so y'all know, Ohio has 9, the Attorney General brought the case against 9 different dispensaries from putting, I can't say it no other way, under potent weed in the bag. If I was a dispensary, I wouldn't give you medical weed. I would go give you straight gas from the street. If I was going to cheat in a dispensary, I'm not cheating down to lose customers to make that week's budget. I'm cheating up. I'm going to go get some gas off the fucking retail market, off the traditional market, and I'm going to stuff them bags with some good-ass weed if I was going to cheat the state. I wouldn't cheat down. So how the government wants you to buy only state so-called licensed weed when every human I know done cheated or lied somewhere along the line, and I know they don't trust us to trust the government to manage us for any freaking thing. How in the world? All we need to do is the law go right. I think if they really just change the law over to decriminalize weed and leave it for 21 and over and just treat us like alcohol, I even gonna agree with you. Like, you might have grow limits inside a city ordinance or something like that, but it's kind of fool's gold to me. Like, you could brew your own alcohol. You could got a distillery on your counter right now. You could get a Timu alcohol distillery for your house right now and drink as much liquor as you want. But you can't grow your own weed. But we still can grow our own weed, but it's still restriction on it where they don't not want the small guy to a local small garden is getting forced out of this. They are making the big companies who can afford the testing and get big crops of bullshit, in my estimation. They don't grow weed for the consumer. They grow weed for to make profit off the consumer. And it's a difference. If they growing weed for the consumer, you gonna grow what the people like. Nobody in these dispos is even allowed behind these state rules to grow like a monkey paw if you so wanted it to. And they don't think it'll sell, but I bet you if you had monkey paw in the city of Cleveland and it would sell, some old school people will come out. And monkey paw is a real strain of weed that you can really still find. It's only 17% THC, but quiet as kept, a lot of people still like Reggie. 17% is too strong for most people, and they still like that. So you gotta be careful in those dispos, even getting they weed out of there. You need to, my people, Movado and Shangri-La. I'm always talking about Clutch. And a couple other good dispensaries. I used to do Rise a little bit, and if you are a veteran, you should probably be trapping out the dispo, but you got to find somewhere good. This is another reason, like right now with them changing SB 56, that you should go ahead and get your medical license. So say another good dispensary, Bloom. Only my knock with Shangri-La and Bloom is they parent companies are outside of Ohio. And I'm against taking our commerce out of state. If they are going to let us compete in the state, give us the legal pathway and take the restrictions off of us and let us compete nationally, because you really are handicapping us with these rules. We will never in Ohio have no billboards with weed for sale on it. It's just not happening. We will never in Ohio probably be able to just have a privateer come up and grow recreational weed. We do not have a intake system for recreational weed. And as an adult, all you have to do is do like Michigan. It's up to you. If you knew I grew the weed, but I didn't go through the testing thing, but I grew purple Urkel, which I could grow hella good, or say I'm growing pineapple upside down cake from Humboldt seed, it's a great weed. I grow it better than anybody I know. I ain't even here to brag. I just do a good job with that weed. It grow good in worm castings and Gaia Green. It's just a very good product. And when you growing a good product, the state gonna stop you from even growing it. I could grow it for myself, but you can't grow it for nobody else though. So that is very difficult here in the state of Ohio. How in this Republican-led state that they are so anti-capitalist for marijuana is beyond me. And to me, it's just like hurting poor people. They just want us to feel, in my opinion, I don't know, it's still a good time to me. As much as it's the worst time in the world, it's the greatest time in the world also, because we got life today. And I'm that simple with it. My last breath was my best breath, and I appreciate life on a micro level like that on a daily, or I would lose my mind. And I smoke the shit out some weed sometimes, not all the time, but like every now and then. So yeah, they are really attacking us a little bit, and some good things about the marijuana industry, but it's really for big corporations. Big corporations are going to be allowed to tax the product now and get tax savings, payroll. They are going to let them move from a cash business to start doing more corporate write-off, more of traditional business deductions on your taxes in the marijuana farm. So that is good from that aspect, where you're going to be able to regulate it there. But on the same token, that is forced into a company that's probably be, they doing about probably they got to be doing about $486,000 in revenue, and a small company, and that's going to be about 5 to 10 people making that's probably about 4 or 5 people hourly wage paid in with insurance. And then if you got like about 5 part-time guys, about 486 is going to be your payroll out. So that means your farm need to be $1 million producing farm every year to be competitive, to take advantage of all of these tax breaks, or it won't ring the alarm. Being a small LLC trying to grow 30 plants on an experimental license, it's just a setup to failure. If you want all of the data, I tell you, I'm a super nerd about this weed, and I know people. We could go see my man Ben. I know people who had every license in the state of Ohio to grow. The main problem with why we can't compete, because of the laws here in Ohio, we can't grow commercially outdoors. Dumb as hell. Why? We only got one outdoor season, and all of these empty cornfields you see. True enough that marijuana will deplete the hell out the ground, but if you grew a marijuana crop one year and then planted potatoes the next year and rotate fields, it's a way to be a sustainable garden, which I think we should get into. But the government here in the United States, here in Ohio, it's just got those restrictions on us. Not really. When I say that, those restrictions are on the books, and don't get me wrong. If it's the law, it's the law. But here in Ohio, ain't nobody gave a fuck ever. Just excuse the French, whatever. People do what the hell they want to do. From the rural country to the city country, man, anybody going for that shit. All that crazy ass shit, you could pass all them laws and we still gonna do what the hell we want to do. And if we can't do what we want to do, we just gonna sneak and stop telling the police about it, and we gonna do what we gonna do. The real key to all of these laws, SB 56, and they trying to get that Amendment 61 passed. Don't forget, Ohio. The Republican-led government here in Ohio has really made a point to really just shut us down. Like, they just keep attacking the bill, and they are attacking the consumer, bro. It makes no sense. Governor Gresham up in Michigan, which she usually been fair for as much as I could see it. She's been real cool with it, but she did the pot for potholes thing, which she getting sued for, because the money get earmarked for the people to go to the right places. The marijuana industry topped $1 billion last year, $1 billion in revenue. And they act like this ain't an economic engine. I don't care who you are. There's too many greedy people in this world to walk away from $1 million. That's why TikTok's still in. And they don't treat this as a real viable business. And it's here to stay. But me being nefarious and smoking a lot of weed, I just think they just setting us up to control us a certain other way. But you ain't even coming over here with that. I don't even worry about that. So that's a little bit about that, man. Shout out to my people over on YouTube for tapping in. Thanks everybody over on the TikTok, man. If y'all got any questions, just throw them up in the chat, man. I do want to talk about a little bit of cultivation. We talk about information, legalization, and some of the recreational fun we have with the cannabis plant here in Ohio. On the cultivation tip, man, it is that time. I think the frost is gone, so let's get them plants outside. All my two growers and JJ and my homegirl, we got clones coming for y'all this week. My man Nell, I gotta come get that light for you. We gotta pop some seeds here this week. So I'm gonna pop seeds like probably this weekend. We got a lot to do this weekend too. We got a lot to talk about in entertainment a little bit. But we gotta pop those seeds this weekend. And all of my extras, tap in here or tap in at SOHIGHO216 @gmail. And if you don't believe me, just ask the people in my email, did they or did they not get their clones? They all got their clones. So tap in and look out for those clones. What we want to do is getting outdoors now. Right now, I'm going to say you need to get a veg tent, and it's been a few of us that's been getting, I feel like we've been getting cross-pollinated because a lot of the baby plants is growing. If you feel like you growing a plant and veg and it start looking like it's budding, like if you start seeing the white hairs, you got like a little 3-inch plant and you start seeing the little white hairs come out like it's about to form a bud, Sometimes you just got to take your little scissors and cut that bud out because the plant is actually too small to go in the bud. And what do I mean by that? When you veg in a plant, it grow up in a little stalk like that, and you want to get about like 6 nodes, like 6 branches off the stalk, and you want to kind of keep it tight to the plant, especially if you're growing in a indoors. If you're growing outdoors, you still want to keep the plant low so it grows symmetrical. If you got a tall, lanky plant, you gotta like just top that plant. That's exactly what topping is. If you got a plant that's probably about over like 6 inches off off the dirt, and it's only like under a week or two, chop the top of it. You count down 2 or 3 nodes. Nodes are the little side parts where the side branch come off the main stalk. So those is called nodes. You need about 5 of those, and then I would just take right at the top. And what that would do is force 2 more tops to come out the top. Even if you are a rookie to growing, you should be able to top your plant. A lot of people think like that's a little bit of crazy science. No, just chop that mug and you'll see how hardy a plant is. It will come back, and it will come back stronger with more places to grow. The ideal number of bud spots, the minimum minimum for me is 16 spots. So if you got like 5 nodes, you top it once, that means it's going to put you on maybe about like 9. So I might top it another time just so I got that many more. But even after you top it and you get the offshoots over there, sometimes you got to top those again, and that way you can get a smaller bush or plant that will grow more symmetrical. It is so important in the first 2 or 3 weeks of your plant's life, after it breaks out of the ground, that you start training that thing right there. That training is so important in the beginning, so you have a nice symmetrical plant that's easy to rotate in the light. You don't want your plant like, except for when you go outdoors, then you can't like rotate it in the pot. But even outdoors, it's still sun gonna come left to right, or north to south, or east to west. I said everything but the right there. East to west in the daytime. And if you're looking for those areas in your yard, that's what you want. Maximum sunlight, but just remember to consider where you are going to put your plant at in the fall, and is it still getting sunlight. In the fall, you want 12 and 12. So a lot of times, my buddy, I love to use them for example. We did good all the way through August and October, and then we start seeing the house shadow shift as the planet rotates going in the fall. It just knocked the sunlight completely out, and then we was just sort of like scrambling. It still yielded good, but it could have probably yielded a pound, but it probably only got about a half a pound off that. That is the main reason why I want you to use 16 nodes. Like I always tell you guys, it's 2 good people that I follow, and it's a lot of people that you can follow for growing weed, but just pick one. And if you have somebody that has a grow, it says from seed to harvest. So say you was growing, so say we'll just use Death Star. If you are growing Death Star, go find my man. He's the factonator, the decarbonator out of Columbus, Ohio. He has a seed to harvest, and he's actually the originator of that strain. Follow his grow plan the first time you grow it. It's going to take you about 5 to 6 months, but just do everything he did and then make amendments to those after you do it. It is so easy, but just follow one person. If you put in a little of this and a little bit of that in, it go not as good. And then you can even go back about 3 years and grow like a person did 3 years ago. The products are cheaper. They all available. Like people don't use Gaia Green as much as they used to me because newer nutrients come online and they work real good with newer strains. Now the other thing that I would tell you is that the hydro systems are way better than they is. You can grow hydro in a natural state of being now, like all natural Cal Cushman is the best with Veganics nutrients. Veganics nutrients is the certified vegan organic nutrients. That means no animal anything in that, and it is probably the most expensive nutrient, but the weed you grow off of that does command a high price. You could grow anything with Veganics. That's the customer. EP did step in. Remember, we met them at the doggone, we met them at Fresh Fest. I want to get in touch with y'all. If y'all out there, you're growing in Cleveland, we met at Fresh Fest. Y'all had a lot of fungi and other things. Y'all was growing natural, real fungi like lion's manes, and y'all was just growing mushrooms and stuff. Get me in touch with them because they were growing with Veganics, and they had like I don't know how many, probably 12 system that they had getting going. So hydroponics, natural, like I really don't like to plug a lot of people, but my man JB, the blind bug caught.
Ready?
Yeah. All right.
Bring us in.
We are just stopping in to, we like to welcome Facebook coming on in to all my people over there on TikTok and on YouTube, man. Welcome my Facebook crowd, been hanging it down. It's the Sohigho Cannabis Show. Here we like to talk about information, cultivation, and the legalization of the cannabis plant here in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the best dang cannabis show in the dang world, man. Shouts out to my man EP over at the Voice of Radio president here. Like as usual, man, we always thankful for getting them in. Over here on the Voice of Radio show, we have a live lineup for you tonight. We have Dre, the anime guy. We're going to have... I think we got the other show, the Adams Board, is going to come on. We got Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop, the longest running show in hip hop in America, period. They'll be on at 7 o'clock, and then we will be back with Hot Mess on the evening at 8 o'clock. So that's what we got going on. We've been talking about a little bit of the legalization, just a little recap on this little pod that we've been getting to. We talk about the legalization and the what the SB 56 bill is doing here in Ohio, and also we talked about a little bit of cultivation, and right now we are talking about cultivation and specifically hydroponics and being natural. And are you still organic if you growing hydroponic? And the answer is yes. These people are they have figured out how to get natural inputs. You get natural like if you need potassium and if you need silica. I love using rice hulls for my silica. I get the best roots. I think I'm the best root grower out of the whole crew I've been around. And I promise you, it's just really, I think I just give my roots just more area to breathe. And I think because the rice hulls break down eventually, I like that for my compost heat. Afterwards, it break down way better than perlite. I probably will be a coconut chip user for to keep a aggregate so my soil don't clump all together, and then I will use the rice hulls to keep it separated. But I also believe I'd had great success. I'd be lying to tell you that I did not have great success with perlite and coconut husk. Coconut core, cocoa core. It worked out very, very good. What you want to do is when you mixing your dirt together, even if you getting prep for outdoors. If you prep for outdoors and you ain't put your plants out, like you planning on planting this weekend, go out there on one of these days and get your worm castings already going into the ground. Worm castings is a must. That's the main reason why I don't like putting perlite if I was going to dig a hole outside. I don't like the way it breaks down. It's a volcanic rock that just get ugly over time. It looked like people who used to throw fishbowl water in their front yard. They never got rid of that crap. It just looked ugly to me. But the cocoa core or the cocoa chunks act like a aggregate that will give the root somewhere to climb around. So I would dig down like 2 or 3 feet if you could, stir the dirt up. If you can test your dirt, or if you do know if acidic, or if it's like the pH balance of your dirt, which is a real thing. Add what it need. If it needs sand, if it need a little bit more compost, if it need a little bit more worm casting. Worm castings is number one. And I'm going to give you the best tip that I could give you to move your garden ahead from last year. Insect fries, insect fries, insect fries. If you're growing here in Ohio, go get insect fries. And me, myself, I like the big chunks of the bud that you can see it. And it breaks down into the soil, and it feeds the micronutrients in there along with the worm castings. You make a great ecology. And here's some new bro science tip that I want a few of you guys to try this year growing outdoors. Plant a potato next to your weed plant. It's something going on with that root system down there and the plant growing. You're going to get a bumper crop of potatoes. You're going to be able to aerate the ground underneath you, and it seemed like the potatoes and the marijuana and the cannabis plant is having a good relationship. I had great success for that. I couldn't tell because the plant next to it grew just as good, one with a potato, one without. So I got to test it a little bit more. But it kind of makes sense after I saw the root structure and how the potato like spread out. So the weed roots was all wrapped around in there. So it was a good thing. But did I see a bigger harvest? Not really. It's sort of like bro science to a little bit. I would say more of a cover crop that's insect repellent would be a better top grow, like a cover crop as in a clover cover crop, or a crop that's anti-bugs over the top of it would absolutely be keep the moisture in the area over there, but it will definitely prevent some of the bugs. That's the other thing that I would say about insect fries. Insect fries, some of the certain critters, smaller micro critters, don't want to come around a predator insect. So and not only that, the insect fries is making your dirt ecology real good. It's making the right microbes and everything like work very, very, very well together. So definitely take a look at your dirt composition. Get the insect fries. Add some rice hulls if you can, so you could get a good breakdown. And think about a cover crop this year to keep the base of your plant like it just protects the dirt, keep it out from baking out, and it just do a very, very good job at the cover crop. It's retaining the moisture, and if you grew like microgreens underneath it, you can eat those things too. So it's a lot that you can learn out of that. I said the number one dirt girl, if you growing natural, is Luna All Day. Look me up on at Thieveland or over at hit me up at Sohigho216 at gmail.com, and I will be happy to get you over to Luna. That's my homegirl who I just like been following her. Most people, if you look back 2 or 3 years for what she was doing with her dirt and her natural dirt, that's about where you should jump at. Where she is at now, she's just naturally progressed to a place that's very technical, and unless you go back and like maybe kind of study one of her older grows, which I recommend you do everything she did. If you have a no-till soil, even if you're interested in other kind of gardens, a no-till soil means you plant that in, your dirt is so rich that you just have to put anything in there and it grow. And after you get through, you shake the roots off, you leave the rest of the dirt there, and you can replant that day. That dirt keeps you going over and over, and those nutrients keep going. So if you looking to set up a garden that's going to keep going for like almost eternally, Luna All Day is the girl to look at for that. I love my man 420 Scene. Shout out to my man. Sorry I'm on the Patreon right now, but it's a little tight up here on the money. But my man 420 Scene has went seed to harvest with several grows, and like I say, he grow with Gaia Green. Also, kind of inexpensive if you buying a half-gallon tubs, and he's got it down to 2 top dressings and a lot of composting. It's another thing. I just hit my friend on. Shout out to my homie, my gromie over on East Side D. Appreciate you for tapping in. But a lot of people don't know when you making a compost tea. EP always say, "What the hell is a compost tea?" That's all your fruit scraps and all your food scraps, vegetables, your fruit peels. Banana peels is best. Kiwi peels, potatoes, potato peels. You put it in a bucket and you put like a fish aerator that's bubbling the oxygen in the water, and you let that bubble for like a day or two, and it'll turn into something that's so good for your plants, and it's natural. And since it's a natural feeding, you really don't have to worry about so many amendments and different things like that. If you are making a compost tea, you can just add that to your regular water as a supplement to your nutrients that you are trying to grow on. A lot of people my man JB only top dress every month, but we have found out like Fox Farm, their nutrients run out in their dirt in about a 20 to 30 days. When we first started, Fox Farm dirt used to last for 35, 40 days. And if you don't believe me, the blind bud cultivator can feel the back of the leaves and he'll tell you exactly when you're nutrient deficient. The nutrient deficient, just for you little eggheads out there, is when the back of the plant is going to get alligator leaves on it. If you look at the back of the plants and the veins on the back of the leaves is swelling up, that's when you know you are nutrient deficient. And that's going to happen before the top of the leaf start looking like alligator skin. So that's when you know maybe I should add a top dressing of your Gaia Green, whatever nutrients, Roots Organic. Humboldt County came out. Humboldt, please go ahead and send me a free package of nutrient and Arden decarbolators. I'm looking for them two sponsors, so anybody know that. Shouts out to She Prince, man. I appreciate the rose, man. Thank y'all so much, man, coming from Ohio, man. I appreciate you, man. It feels so good, man, to get a little bit of support over here on TikTok. I'm trying to grow my TikTok to YouTube, man. Shout out to my people over there, man. T-Rex is up in the house, man. Shout out to T-Rex over at Nerve DJ. He is a Voice It Radio alumni who has graduated this and gone on the big thing. Is y'all in Florida? No, not yet. Nerve DJ's headed down to Florida. They headed down to Miami, too. So shout out to the Grand Wizard DJ Johnny O, legendary Cleveland Nerve DJ. I believe Voice of Radio and Johnny O and them got started at the same time. So it's always an honor to shout out there. Shout out to my homegirl, Janet. Where you been? I appreciate you, Janet. Come up to Cleveland next time. You know we smoking one. It's so good to see some of my friends on here, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. You know how I am, man. I love all my people, man. T-Rex said, what up, EP, man? I definitely appreciate that, man. All right, we got a lot going on this weekend in entertainment. There's so many things going on. This week will be at the Berea Fairground. I believe we got the Berea. It went to Lorraine for 420, but I think we are back at Berea. Let me check with me or ask me as SOHIGHO 216. Shoot me a little link over there, and I will be able to get back to you. Now, in entertainment, all of you people from Cleveland, everybody know this big Cleveland sign I got behind me. I'm such a Cleveland homer. The USS Cleveland is downtown Cleveland, Ohio today, and will be getting commissioned on Saturday. So if you haven't seen a Navy ship, a real warship is parked in Lake Erie. Very rare. Probably the last time a ship got commissioned in Ohio, I'm going to give EP a guess. When the last time that was, buddy?
Maybe Christopher Columbus?
Yeah, that's about right. He said Christopher Columbus, not far off. It was 250 years ago, and me and EP would have definitely been the niggas pulling the ropes. Shit. We would have only been in the galley or serving the captain, my nigga. We would have had a boatswain mate or nothing, bro. We would have had no job. So The USS Cleveland is downtown and it's gonna get commissioned, and that's a big thing. I couldn't think of a better event to go get high at around a whole bunch of Navy and military people who can't get high. Smoke for them people, man. It's a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you why that's important for me. I really don't care about a lot of people's laws and all of that, but what I do care for is the young men and women that signed up to put their life on the line for me. I don't take that as a joke. They really don't know what they signed at. You can ask me and EP. Listen, all that shit that's cracked up in there ain't for everybody. And if you in there with death as one of your job titles, you should be able to smoke weed and do cocaine, and you should get a free piece of sex, whatever your gender is, every fucking day if you're going to put your life on the line for me. And these people really put their life in harm's way. Shout out to all the military people serving overseas. People don't think it's a time of war right now, and it is. And I feel for those people. They over there getting them on war rashes, EP. If you don't know what that is, that means they get one meal for every 48 hours. Bullshit. And guess what? It's still a motherfucker shooting at you. You think you ain't hungry? And niggas stressing you out like that, you hungry, bro. Your nerves need to eat some fucking food. Whether you know it or not, trust me, bro. You skinny people eat like crazy. That is like for real, for real. Y'all gotta be like careful with the military. So if we got a shot as Cleveland to go downtown and support the USS Cleveland, I'm gonna tell you another reason why you should go down there, EP, and support that ship. When that ship get decommissioned, well, guess where they're gonna park it at?
Down here?
They're gonna park it back in Cleveland.
Is that what they do?
That is exactly where it's coming back to. That is historic. That's so next to the submarine, when it get over with, so you want to go in there. Say that again. Oh, EP. See, that you can't say that shit because that's the last time we got our doggone TikTok with black on us for saying we are not gonna talk about the war on this damn weed channel. But here's a little opportunity that I want y'all to know about since I was in the Navy. I don't really talk about it. The picture that's going to go in the ship's cafeteria, anybody from the public can go down there and add their touch to it. And I'm going to tell y'all something, as being a Navy veteran who went to war, that stupid picture turned into like our good luck charm. And the community from Lake Champlain, I was on the USS Lake Champlain. I thought it was goofy when they first made it, but it was something that everybody touched to feel back at home. And knowing that people went down there and really care about your well-being when you're in a shitty time, it was worth doing it. So go down there. It's a tent. Shout out to the people out at American Greetings. They have some stations set up so you can write. They will give you postcards so you can send back to the USS Cleveland. Just go down there. Shout out to American Greeting, my people out there doing a good thing. My man Mark and other people and they whole team out there. It's a whole little tent that you could go in there and write a note back to the military people where they out at sea. Trust me, that means so much. And definitely, I love being on the military ship. I hate to tell you, EP, that's not my first time being on the ship high, but guess what? That was my first time being on the ship since I got out. That'll let you know about my name. Oh, I thought that. That's so funny. When I got on the ship, it's a little funny. I felt good going on to it. But when I got ready to go on that ship, I really calculated, like, now, if I got to jump back to shore, and it wasn't shit, I had those thoughts when I was in the Pacific Ocean. They wasn't realistic. But here in Lake Erie, I was like, shit, I got this bitch. I said if this bitch went anchors away, like, I was scared of that a little bit. But it was a great time. So come down to Cleveland. Guess what else going on this weekend, EP? The Asian Fest is this weekend also. So you got 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. The weather should break on us. It's a good eating event. It's going to be 30th. Shout out to Johnny Woo and team over there. So if you're coming up to Cleveland, there is a shit ton to do. And I believe it's going to be basketball. Hopefully the Cavs is going to play tomorrow. We'll have basketball this weekend. The Cleveland Indians is in town. I think this whole week also. So it's a lot going on. Also, guess what went on sale last week? Shout out to the Mason brothers, Abdullah Mason, Ibrahim, and I can't even think of the other one. Ibit. No, that's not him. Ibrahim and Rockman is going to be boxing alongside Abdullah Mason on July 4th. So get your tickets now. My buddy tapped in now, and he ain't got nothing but nosebleeds. I told y'all suckers that this shit was going to sell out. Clevelanders, you missing the boat. We going to be wondering who down in the Wolstein Center, and it ain't going to be you, because it's going to sell out. Clevelanders, y'all got to realize that y'all have a superstar in Abdullah Mason here who's fighting, who's defending his WBO championship. That's right, a title defense. The only person can do that is in UFC. I think Stipe got there. And now we got Abdullah Mason coming downtown Cleveland on July 4th. Where there's smoke, there's fireworks. Come down for the cookout at the Wolstein Center. He gonna whoop ass, inshallah. God willing, and his brother's gonna do good. Shout out to my main man, my favorite dad in the world, the dad's dad of the world. God dang it, Abdullah Mason. Abdul Salam, my man Val Mason, man. Shout out to my man AC Ace, who came in for Mother's Day too. And happy belated Mother's Day to all of the mothers and all you sorry son of bitches who made people mothers who don't care for them, man. And you people who really try to care for their kids who the mama don't care about, man. But I had a little question about that getting high. Shouldn't it not be like Mother's or Father's Day? Shouldn't it just be Parents' Day? Shouldn't it be Parents' Day? I don't even know who this is, boy. It should just be Parents' Day so we could cut out all of that stuff, man. So it is a lot going on. We got a full calendar of stuff going on. I'm going to have a lot more cannabis news for you this weekend. Coming up. And we got the Arts Fest. All my skateboarders that's over 21, we got Go Skate Day coming up. Go Skate Day over at EJ Kosick Hall. We got a lot going on. If you don't know, now you know. We got a lot of heavy hitters. We got Westside Skates. We got Advocate Skateboards came on board. So we got a lot. We're going to have stickers. Shout out to my main man, Alex over at the Ink Wizard, man. Inkwizard.com. The Ink Wizard. The Ink-Wizard.com. Do all of our stickers and things for us, man. Looking forward to them. Shout out to Multicraft, man. Appreciate them. Shout out to all of the title sponsors, including the Voice It Radio. He did do that flyer for you. So the new flyer is going to come out with Voice It Radio. It's going to be on scene. Probably do a couple broadcasts from there. Probably host the rib cook-off or tasting test. You know, they high drunk ass is going to be. I miss my girl, Miss Mickey. I ain't going to even hold you, man. I ain't going to even hold you. Miss Mickey. But it's going to be a good time, man. Lots of good food, man. If you guys trying to get y'all boats in the water, man, go fishing. Enjoy outdoors, man. Don't watch so much news, man, but watch enough to keep yourself safe and informed because it's like crazy out here with a lot that's going on. Listen here, I'd be remiss to tell you, don't eat too many gummies. Keep it low and slow. That means eat a low dose it and take about 45 to an hour before it comes on. I never want to get out here to be careful with eating edibles. Edibles is real popular right now, but if you eat too many, you'll have a bad experience. If you ate too many, eat a tenth of what you ate last time and go back in because it's really clean since you're not burning nothing, and it's a good way to enjoy the cannabis, the THC that's going to help you out. So I always like to get on there to tell you any of that. Shout out to 4030 Studios, my man Ken Cody, Imago Day, my man Days One over at Red Lion. If you need any red tattoo work over there, Red Lion Tattoo, 4030 St. Clair, 4030studios.org. If you need any tattoo therapies, any of our production needs, video needs, and things like that, 4030studio.org. Shout out to my main man, HJS. My man, Harold Starworth, the key to holding us all together, the glue of this crew, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Shout out to my mom, Annie Tucker, up on Buckeye. And shout out to my brother who takes care of her regularly. Appreciate you, love you, man. You are a saint. I can't say enough. Shout out to the children, man. I miss y'all with all my heart, man. Y'all have a great time, man. Stay tuned for Dre the
Anime with Dre the Gemini.
Anime with Dre the Gemini is up next, followed by we got Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop on Voice and Radio. Shout out to my Facebook people, man. YouTube, my people over on TikTok. I appreciate all y'all. Janet and Tariq, I appreciate y'all. Jan, hit me up sometime. Come up and smoke one with us, man. Have a good time. If you see me out there, say what's up, man. Be nice to somebody, man. It's a lot going on, man. Just enjoy yourself. Blow that shit out. Take yourself serious. Don't take life too serious, man. With that being said, man, we gonna tune out for y'all, man. We look forward with the tapping in sometime at 420 next week or that way around. We appreciate all y'all. If you're looking to be title sponsor at the Art Fest, let me know, Sohigho, or go to stclairsuperiorartfest.com. And we appreciate all that. We are still looking for vendors. Thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Like my man, good man, EP always say, smoke weed so you don't punch nobody in the face. Peace. Ooh, ooh. Oh, man. Appreciate that, man. Way to show out for me, man. I appreciate that, man. Y'all so nice to me, man. Thank you so very much, man. I can't say thank you enough, TikTok, man. We getting there a little bit, man. I'm going to check y'all next week. Hey, TikTok, hit me up. Sohigho 216. I'll send you a free sticker, and I'll send you some free seeds if you're in the state of Ohio, man. Thank y'all. Have a great time. Oh, yeah. 38C, okay. 168, E. It's 168, bro. 170 while I was looking.
I got an announcement to make. Oh, shit. We, tonight. Make it tonight, though. What the fuck?
Oh, my God, man. I'm saying thanks to people, E. Damn, boy. Oh, man. That's wild, man. I need to get